stop and first opinion after building step D. You see here 1, 2, 3, 4 and A, B, C, D. That's a little bit stupid with the building step A has the bags 1 and yes, that's strange, And building step C and D are in one bag. So here I'm at building step E, side 165. So we build a base with a lot of the blue transparent blades and with all that slopes, the gray and dark bluish gray, and then the tar blades and a staircase. And you really have to push hard to get the blades really good connected, and underneath it's hollow, so you can't bring on counter pressure, so that's not so easy. Here you see all the white slopes for the simulation of the breaking waves, and you really have to, you can build them like you want. It's not so important to build after instructions. You see in the little hammer. If you have the little mold king hammer, then it's good to hammer it through to get it really sturdy and together. You see under the rock, and that's a light brick inside. It's for the top of, obviously for the top, but so far we are not. Another small break. This is the end of building step 7 or G. 6 and 7 were together in one bag. So I built it together, and the small bags inside the big bags are not numbered. You see, it grows a lot. It grows a lot. It's a nice dark blue entrance with all the golden pieces and a small hut attached to our light or guard tower. And you see, you can push this together, but you see, it's a lot of pressure on, and there's a lot of friction, and so it's not easy to get all the pieces really good together. In the beginning it was no problem, but now it's really getting one. And what I can tell you is use a turntable like I did here, because you really have to turn the set the whole time during the assembly. And it's much easier if you have a good turntable. So I always use one, or mostly for I'm making videos, but I really tell you it's easier. And it's much easier to lift it up, because you have no problem with breaking parts, but under the rock and on the other side, the sticker sheet, we don't use it. Who needs the stickers? You see the guard ring has to be on the panel. This is the next. These are bags, they are for all the building steps, so be aware that you have a lot of pieces over after the first building step. They are for the rest of the set. So 3 more building steps to do. On the right, the bag is 1 building step, and on the left bag are 2 building steps inside the big bag. But it looks really, really nice. I can't show you a box, cause from China I don't get boxes mostly, but here the nice instructions from Reobrix. 66028, and so welcome to the Brickfreaks. 3,228 pieces are in this really cool set out of their European Century line. It's a typical Reobrix instructions, so the colors are a little bit off. You see this with brown and everything. Reobrix says this set is 6+, but that's not the case. That's definitely not the case. It will need help. This here I paid 107 euros. That must be around $107. We have building steps and some stickers. You see this here. I showed you before the sticker sheet. And yeah, like mostly, I don't use them, and these here are not good quality. They're very thin, and this is a building step correction for B17. You see what you have to do, and it's nice that they put it in the beginning, so you know, oh, there's a correction. So here we have the building steps A, B, C, D to K, and yeah, the strange thing is that mostly 2 building steps are in a numbered bag. So that's a little bit strange. C and D are in one, and 6 and 7 and 9 and 10 are always 2 bags in a bigger bag. And in the bag 11 are a lot of pieces you need for the whole set. So this is the bag 1101, and like I said, this is for the whole set. Sometimes you need pieces in C or F, or yes, a lot of Chinese companies do this. It's a very thin instruction. It's very not the best paper quality. Here. And you see this is a little bit, I thought, where are my blades? And you said it needs 2, and then you don't assemble it, and on A6 the blade is again there. And here the big ugly rock piece, or small ugly rock piece, that's in the bag 11. So in C you need the first parts of for all the set bag. The bricks, you have really small gaps between sometimes. And this, especially here on E84, it was not easy to give the right pressure to the piece here, to the 2x8, because underneath on the blade it's hollow, and so the bend where it stands, the blade bends, and yes, you don't have the real pressure. Here you see the rest of the instructions. What is nice from Reobrix, you have a parts list. That's really nice. And on page 279, we are through with the set. And you see the colors are really a little bit, you already see it here, that the colors don't expect or don't match the real color. The light brick is in the parts list, but it doesn't work on my set here. I have to look. Perhaps it's only the battery. So here we have the whole. You've seen I detached it, deassembled. It's like a modular. You see there's a crown. This is the top of our tower. And this is always falling. Like I said in the beginning, use this turntable, because there are so many small pieces around it, And when you turn this on a normal table or something like this, you will always lose, and you really can't lift it up. And so use a turntable if you have one. But you see, it's nice. You see the gaps. There are really a lot of gaps, but it's not easy to close them. At the beginning, you build all the water parts, and then you build the stone parts and our staircase, then the blades, then you're building the hut, then the main entrance, the first part of the tower, and the second part of the tower. And you see, yeah, that's big gaps, because underneath is nothing. So you have no possibility for counter pressure, and the first part was not so hard. You can push here on the blades, but from now on, the upper part here, it's absolutely horror. So if you have more bricks, just put some inside, and then it's not so hollow, and you have the counter pressure, the possibility for the counter pressure. And the clutch power of the bricks, some are really heavy and some are totally loose. So yes, it's average. I would give it a C, no C plus, no C minus, a C. Most parts have good clutch power, but like I said, some pieces don't have good clutch power and some have too high clutch power. And be always aware that Reobrix have not the same colors as Lego, especially in the gray. We have two light grays, a normal light gray and a light bluish gray. And these are the pieces I have over, and a lot of them. So I'm really surprised that so many pieces are over, so many spare pieces. That's strange. That's really strange. But I'm happy I have them. The stickers, I didn't attach them. Here they are really thin, and here the life-saving ring, that doesn't match to a medieval tower. This modern lifeguard ring, or how it's called, that looks cheap. That really looks cheap. It's not good. The design of the building. The instability, and you see, okay, you can detach this here too. That's modular. You see, that's nice that it isn't not only ring, so we have a real floor. And I'm still angry with the gaps, but I can't fix it. But here is the way to carry it around if you don't have a turntable. Strange thing is, we have 3 windows in a row. The first one has the decoration, but over there with the upper window it's the same. We have 3 of them in a row. So that's okay. So it's very, very safe and stable with that. So I show you here a little closer the upper part, and it's, you see, 3 parts, 8 studs to hold the thing, and here it's not so easy. It's not so easy here to get all the studs in the right position. So better you remove more studs. This here is massive. This is a blade, and overall everything is full with bricks. You can easily detach this, but like I said, the light brick doesn't work here. Perhaps it's a battery thing. I will have a closer look. So from the from the modularity, it's really, really cool for such a big tower. I hadn't expected. I thought it's one big gigantic tower, so it's very sturdy, but they did it modular way, so that's nice. Okay. So you don't have to be, or if you're shaky, and it's really, so it's so massive. It's so massive that it's not easy with the weight and the balance. This here made me absolutely crazy. The chains and the golden cone on the chain, and that was, it was, I was mad. I was really mad and angry after this part here. So the minifig, or the owner of the tower, can move. But this is not a playset. This is not a playset. And this set is much more sturdy than the windmill I built from Morg. That was crazy, so Reobrix did a much better job. This here were 12.5 hours of assembly, so you get a lot of assembly time for your money. That's cool. And you have a lot of pieces, a lot of different pieces, a lot of pieces in different colors. So that's a really cool set. So it's easy to attach this here. Like I said, the top part is so heavy, and you really have to be careful now to bring it on together, because the upper, you see, it's so heavy, and it's not easy to, nothing happened, okay. It's not easy to really to get a good connection out of this 8 stud on this position. Yeah, like I said, this mostly fell apart, so the golden chicken, and here on this part you see that the clutch power is not, or you feel the clutch power is not so good on these pieces for the top, so it always falls apart. It's a really big set. You really need a lot of space. It's not easy to bring this set in a diorama or something. If you have a beach scene in your city or something like that, perhaps you have a possibility, but it's not easy. You have to do a lot of work in the beginning for the base to get everything in a normal city. You see a lot of studs. They didn't use tiles here, and a lot of the cheese slopes, and a lot of small parts. But you see, it's a study. It's a study set. You see a lot of studs, and the house looks a little bit like a fairy tale or something like that from Brothers Grimm, and the nice blue roof, but inside is nothing. It's absolutely hollow, and inside you see the cupboard on the pictures. There's a nice shelf, and it's nice to build and it looks cool, but you don't see it, so I don't know why it's in there. It makes no sense, but it's funny to build. And the stairs are really nice made, and inside there's no ladder, no stairs, nothing. It's a little bit disappointment that the light brick doesn't go, but overall, so this is only laid in and held by gravity, so it's easy to turn, but you can't motorize it. And this is a heavy set. It has nearly 3,200 grams or 3.2 kilograms. Like I said, the best position is there. It's so sturdy there. Makes nothing. Like I said, functions. We have no functions because Lightbrick is not working. And if this is a playable set, I don't think so. You can pose a lot of minifigs on this set. But yes, it's perhaps not the most entertaining sets for childs to play, so it's a display set. If we make it short, it's a display set. You need a lot of concentration, because you really have to count the stats, especially in the beginning. You really have to count often stats for the differences and the distances between it. So you need good light and concentration. This here thing, the green is not so yeah, I had preferred another color, perhaps the dark blue again, and underneath dark blue and dark red. But overall the color scheme is okay, and it's a lot of gold. It's a lot of gold. But to compare it with the Morg windmill I showed you some days ago, this is the much better and sturdy set. So okay, thank you for watching. It is always a little bit strange because this is an overdub. Gregor built the set and make the German review, and I, Frank, make the overdub here of the English version. So I was a little bit too long. So you have pictures in the end. Okay, thank you for watching. We are the Brickfreaks. Gregor's hands and Frank's voice. Thank you. Have a good time. Bye bye.